Hello, my name is Berde Castillo, and I'm doing my presentation for ILDT 5350, the Multimedia Project. This multimedia project is designed for our online elementary math course aimed at fifth grade learners using Nearpod. I have chosen Nearpod for my project because of its interactive capabilities essential for engaging learners in an online math course. The ability to create dynamic lessons with real time feedback is a significant advantage. For this presentation, this is an interactive presentation that is intended to teach fundamental math concepts through text, visuals, and interactive activities, making the learning process engaging and effective for young learners. The course introduction will be student paced, allowing learners to progress at their speed and revisit sections as needed. This video is created using Screencastify and features a split screen for both the teachers and learners' perspectives. The course introduction will also include a partial unit. So if we take a look here on the left hand side, I'm going to go ahead and do split screen with the teacher on the right and the student on the left. So with the teacher's perspective on the left, I said it backwards. The teacher's on the left, the student on the right. I'm going to hit teach. This is the lesson that I've created. I'm going to hit teach. Now there's two options. There is a live participation and student paced. For the students, when it is published, the students will be using the student paced. For this presentation, I'm going to do live participation. Okay, it's going to give a code. I'm going to go over to the right hand side to the student side. I'm going to type in that code. Hit join. The students will then input their name and their nickname. They could put their first name, last name. I'm going to hit join, and it comes to the first page of the Nearpod presentation. I'm going to go ahead and close this code on the left. So on the live participation, the students will not get to see the arrows because this is teacher-led. Only the teacher has the arrows. When I select student-led, they will then see the arrows on the left and the right sides of their screen to allow them to go forward and backwards through the presentation as needed. So the first screen is our load screen, and it has a quick video. Unfortunately, you will not be able to hear the video, but I can read off some of the things that were presented in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and punch play. Start off. Welcome. It goes into some of the things that we will be learning. Okay, so this video will go into a little bit more detail about what the students will be doing. So we'll go ahead and go to the right hand side and move to the next part of the screen. Now this is the student, this is the teacher about me section. So it just goes into saying, I'm Mr. Castillo. I'm excited to be their teacher. I have 12 years experience. I've taught math through many grade levels. I'm passionate about math learning and engaging all my learners. I'm committed to my safe and engaging learning environment. And I tell the students that I love having fun in math and I want to get started. So as you can see, there's two photos of me one helping students and one reading a Doctor Who book. Move on to the next slide. So here's what they will learn in class. So just a quick overview. This will be an online fifth grade learning math course with activities and lessons. They will have fun with geometry, shapes, angles, properties of figures. They'll have fractions and decimals and learning how to solve these essential math concepts. It continues on with some of the things that it'll cover with measurements, conversions, using real life scenarios. Also, through the activities and exercises, they will gain their knowledge and data and interpretation, representation skills that they'll be able to apply in everyday situations. And finishing up with just a quick prepare to have a remarkable year with fun activities and fascinating discoveries that will ignite their love for learning mathematics. So let's go ahead and get started with the excuse me. The next part will be the pacing calendar. So as you can see here, we have it's broken up into two slides. So the first part of the first slide has the first 8 units. It goes into the days. So unit 1 is 9 days, unit 2 is 9 days, and so on. Unit 1 will be place value, comparing and ordering decimals. Unit 2 is multiplication and division algorithm. And then moving on to the next one, slide number 2. Oops, excuse me. Slide number 2. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We have 9 through 14, finishing off, starting with classifying two-dimensional figures and finishing with financial literacy. So that is their pacing calendar. So moving on to the next screen, we have our sample unit. So unit 9 is classifying two-dimensional figures. Okay. So with all of my math courses, I like to start with a quick hook video, something fun. This is going to be a number rock video. It's a video with song, and it kind of gives an introduction of what we'll be learning for the units. I enjoy introducing videos with songs because it's real catchy. The students can memorize songs fairly easy, and so I feel like this is a great way for the students to get engaged and to learn some of the information that we'll be going over. So I'm going to see if this plays, if you can hear it. You may or may not be able to hear the song. Okay, I'm not sure if you could hear that, but it's just a quick song going over some of the shapes, the sides, and what they're called. So let's move on to the student expectation. 5.5a, classify two-dimensional figures in a hierarchy of sets and subsets using graphic organizers based on their attributes and properties. Key concepts: I can classify two-dimensional figures in a hierarchy. So moving on, so this is the first step. So this is going to be a matching. So it's kind of a pre-test, but it's a more fun activity with matching of what the students might already know and what they'll be looking at learning for this unit. So the instructions match the attributes with the two-dimensional figures. The students can go ahead and close the instructions, and so they'll start off with, on the left hand side, well, as you can see, there's red cards and there's white cards with shapes on them. The red cards have the descriptions of what the shape should be. First one on the far left of the right screen says I have 3 sides and no sides of the same length. So that is, I'm going to go ahead and click on that and click on that, and that is a match. I have 6 sides, a 6-sided figure. We have this and that, so that is a match. I'm going to go ahead and just go over to the teacher side. So I'm going to go ahead and close the instructions. And as you can see on the top part of the screen, I have students and teachers. So I'm going to go ahead and go to teacher view. And as you can see, it has the student name, which is me, and the matches that I've gotten and the try. So this is actually real-time feedback for the teacher to see what the students are doing. So I have 4 sides, 1 pair of parallel sides. I'm going to click on that, and let's go with trapezoid, and let's see. As you can see, then on the teacher side, it changes to 3 matches out of 8 with 3 tries. So that's one of the things that I love about Nearpod is that real-time feedback for the teacher and for the student. So let's see if we get one wrong. Let's try this one, and it automatically tells me that I got it wrong. And see it changes on the teacher side 4 tries. And I have right angle, and so there it goes. So then I correct that, and so now I have 4 out of 8 with 5 tries. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next part. Now this is going to be where the students' notes will be, any anchor charts. So as you can see here, we have a part of an anchor chart with classifying polygons. And then on the second screen, it's going into quadrilaterals and triangles. So this is the part where the students will be taking notes. They'll be writing in their journals or writing in their binders and their notes. Moving on to the next slide. We have another interactive activity. So after we go over some practice, going over the notes, after the students go over the notes and some practice, they'll be able to do this interactive activity where they'll be able to complete the maze. So the instructions say to complete the maze. At the bottom, they'll have this toolbar with all the different things they could use to write with. So we'll go ahead and start with the crayon. They can adjust their colors. I like blue, so I'm going to go to blue. And moving on to, actually, it's increase it. So we're going to start here. Name this triangle. This triangle is not true. It is not a scalene. It is a quadrilateral. So I'll draw a line and then name this triangle. We know it has a right angle and it looks like it is a scaling. So we go here. So as you can see here, let's go back to the teacher view. It shows me in real time the student progress. So here you can see how I am going through the maze for the student, and it allows me to look at what the students are doing. If the students get stuck or take too long on one of the options, the teacher can then go in and meet with the student to kind of go over some of their notes or give them some helpful hints. Once they're complete, they'll go ahead and submit that, and it'll show submitted on the teacher side. So that way the teacher can go in and look and see at the student's assignment. So moving finally to the next screen, or to, let's see, this one is, excuse me. So this is what they'll be concluding with the lesson for the day. They'll have an exit ticket. This is another fun interactive activity that Nearpod uses. It says, tell me everything you know about the shape. So what they'll do is they'll come down to the bottom and they'll be able to type in. So the shape is the square. So we know that squares have 4 sides. And if I hit enter, it'll show up with a little sticky note here. As you can see, it doesn't have anything at the top, but on the teacher side, it does show that the student and what they typed. We know that a square has 4 right angles, and the students don't need to necessarily type in a question and hit enter. They could type in as much as they want on in one try. 4 right angles, 4 equal sides. The sides are equal. And then they could hit enter and it'll show on the teacher side, it'll show what the students typed. I can go in and hit a heart to say good job, that's correct, kind of getting like a little instant feedback, letting them know that that's correct. I can go over here, same thing, another heart. Or the students can go in and give themselves a heart, or other students looking at what people are writing can go in and give those students hearts as well to kind of agree or give them a thumbs up, kind of like a thumbs up. Okay. And so that concludes this part of the presentation. Some of the interactive activities that Nearpod offers. There are many, many more. It would have taken me a little bit longer to introduce everything, but these are some of the ones that I actually do use in my course. So I'm going to go ahead and come to a stop, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.